Let's start by finding out about the company. Accenture is a global professional services company that was founded in 1989 and was later IPO'd in 2001. It provides a broad range of services and solutions which are innovative and use technology as a framework for their consulting operations. During our stock analysis, we're going to explore the key pillars, examine the ownership, look back at past results, we'll find out what the analyst predictions are, as well as giving the business a valuation, and examine the potential return on our investment, and finally we will summarise our findings. Let's start by looking at the key pillars for the trailing 12 months. In the book Rule 1 by Phil Town, he suggests that these are the key metrics when first evaluating a business. The first pillar we are going to explore is the earnings per share. This is where we take the net income and divide it by the shares outstanding. The higher the number, the more profitable the company. This is up by 3%, and ideally we want all the growth numbers to be more than 10%. Now let's look at the free cash flow, which is the money a business can generate from its operations. And this is down by -2%. Then we come to the next pillar, which is revenue. And this tells us how good the company is at generating income before deducting expenses. And this is up by just 1%. Book value is calculated by subtracting the total liabilities from the total assets, and this indicates the equity growth for the company. And this is up by 6%. Now we want to turn our attention to the management of the business by looking at the return on invested capital and the return on equity. These two measures allow us to assess a company's efficiency at allocating capital under its control. Return on invested capital and return on equity are very healthy at 23% and 25%. Now we move on to debt, and Phil Town prefers a company that is able to pay off debt with their free cash flow within 3 years. Using their free cash flow, they could pay off the debt within half a year. In this next section, we will now focus on other key metrics which will help define an excellent business. Now let's look at the gross margin, which is the amount of money a company retains after incurring the direct costs associated with producing the goods it sells and the services it provides. And this is 33%, and ideally we would like it above 40%. Next we come to the operating profit margin. This tells us how much profit a company makes on $1 of sales after paying for costs of production, such as wages and raw materials, but before paying any interest or tax. And this is a very healthy 14%. For Terry Smith, free cash flow yield provides a more realistic view of a business's financial health and profitability. He typically looks for a company that has a free cash flow yield of 5% or higher. And this is looking great at 4.82%. As we are potential shareholders, we will now want to look at the average book value growth for the last 10 years, and this is 13%. Ben Miller believes earnings growth is the biggest indicator to a company's stock price. I've included a link if you want to check out the investors page and see the annual report. The average earnings growth for the last 5 years is 11%. This is Bitesize Investments, giving you a step-by-step approach to your investment journey. There are currently 7 super investors who own this company, and if we look back at Jeremy Grantham's previous sales and purchases, we can see he's both bought and sold shares in Accenture in the past few years, and has increased his stake in Q1 of 2024. He has 538 million invested in Accenture, and this makes up 1.98% of his overall portfolio. However, 8 other super investors have sold shares. Poland Capital have previously bought Accenture shares, but over the last year they have been selling. They have 1.33 billion invested in this company, and it makes up 3.13% of their overall portfolio. Now we look at the past historical prices of the company, as this will help us build a picture of periods of success or failure the business has been through. We can see from 2014 they have been in an upward trend. They have traded a little sideways from 2021, and their average share price for this year is $336. On average, the analysts believe that the price target should be about $365, but some believe it can go as high as $445. Analyst reports suggest that Accenture is undervalued at the moment, and the overall consensus is that Accenture is a buy. Collectively, the analysts believe the company will continue to grow between 8% and 23% over the next few years. So I'll use an earnings per share of 11.04 as my starting point when creating a valuation. Based on a combination of past growth and future analyst predictions, I'm going to estimate the earnings per share growth to be 14%. I'm going to give Accenture a PE of 28. After that, I'm going to project these numbers forward by 10 years. We then need to include a 15% return, and this gives us an estimated future stock price of $1,146 per share for its future share price. And then we work out the current value that Phil Town calls a sticker price, which is about $283. Then we apply a margin of safety of 25% and it gives me a buy price of $212. However, historically, the past 3 years, the share price hasn't been any lower than $250. So if we apply a 10% margin of safety, this would give us a buy price of $255. If you found this video useful, click on the link to check out my last stock analysis. The return we would receive if we bought at our margin of safety price of $255 and sold at our estimated future stock price of $1,146 in 10 years' time would be 349%. The current annual dividend is $4.82 and this has grown by 8%. The payout ratio is 43% and ideally we don't want this to be any higher than 50% as it would become unsustainable for the company. Accenture's financial performance over the past few years has shown strong growth, with record revenues of over $50 billion. They have performed well across several financial tests, such as operating profit margin and high free cash flow yield. However, some analysts believe that they have saturated the market and are possibly at their maximum levels of distribution and consumption. And due to their fierce competition, this may attack their current moat. If you've enjoyed the video, it would be greatly appreciated if you would like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And finally now we'll summarise what we found out about the company. When reviewing the key pillars, Accenture scored 7.5 out of 12. Under ownership, 7 super investors have bought in the last few quarters and 8 have sold shares. On average, Accenture's share price is up in an upward trend but is down at the moment. Analysts are indicating Accenture is a buy and they're predicting they will grow between 8 and 23% in the next 5 years. Using the different valuation models, my personal buy price would be $255 or less, and if you want to see my own personal portfolio, click on the link above. According to Morningstar, Accenture have a wide moat, and my final overall rating is 4.5 stars out of 6, and I've given this a category B rating within my own stock watch list. Thank you for joining me during this stock analysis video. As I'm a relatively new channel, please consider using the comment section to help me develop the content I am creating. And don't forget to like and subscribe.